afternoon and welcome to Tafakari. If you're new here, Tafakari is like a Swahili word that means to ponder, to contemplate, or to think deeply. And that is what we encourage in this channel. So today in this social edition, our discussion is based off a conversation between Dr. Daniel Black and Brandi Harvey on the Vault Empowers podcast. And I'm going to read out a statement that he made that I found so inspiring, and then we carry on with the discussion. So this is what he says. The lesson of nature really is, don't argue your beauty. Like when you see a rose, violet, if you think it's beautiful or not is not relevant. It blooms because it can. It will not argue with you about its beauty. It will simply bloom. You can enjoy or not, but what you cannot do is take away its bloom. I want to get to a place where if somebody believes I'm ugly, what I know now is that you don't see well, instead of me questioning myself. So I found that so inspiring because in this journey of life, we've all met people, and probably we've also been those people to other people who put us down. People who didn't believe in your beauty, people who didn't believe in your ability, people who didn't believe that you are worthy of respect, that you are worthy of love. And what ends up happening is that we internalize that narrative. And so that what happens, and I'm going to just discuss three things here. The first is that we internalize that narrative and then we deem ourselves. We play small. So that now we no longer do that thing because so and so did not think it was worthy. You stopped singing, you stopped dancing, you stopped writing, you stopped researching, you stopped being a scientist because a certain person didn't think that you were good enough. And then in terms of appearances, somebody thought you were ugly, so you hide yourself or you try and overcompensate for that. And the list goes on. So you see, the first thing here is that internalization leads to us deeming ourselves. Now, the second thing you have to understand, because the body keeps score, you deeming yourself is you betraying yourself. As simple as that. When you internalize that narrative and make yourself small, you're betraying yourself. But what we need to understand is that our body never forgets that. Your conscience, your soul, you never forget that. And that's how you find sometimes that you're jealous, because you can see other people doing the thing that you did. And because you deemed yourself, you feel that betrayal of what you could have been. Or in other cases, even depression. The fact that in playing small in such a way, in doing something that brought you joy, that made you feel alive, you end up having a deep sadness because of just that knowledge that you're playing small. And the final thing, it's so sad because you deem yourself, you betray yourself, and you rob the world of a gift. And that's the other thing that we don't understand, is that our gifts are not just for us. Our gifts are to benefit other people. And when you deem yourself, you deny someone that opportunity of being who they truly could have been by virtue of what you could have been. Because who knows that in exploring your gift, you find a cure for a rare disease that we're all trying to figure out. Who knows that in exploring your gift, you lift people's souls through music, through cooking, through dancing. Who who knows that in exploring your gift, you inspire a revolution? And that's one of the saddest things, is that by dimming our light, is that somebody is deprived of what impact you'd have had, and they themselves also, in a way are deprived of moving forward. And so that's why I like what he said here. I like that he said, before, instead of internalizing that narrative, it's just to throw it back on that person and say, okay, so you don't think I'm worthy, so you don't think I'm beautiful, so you don't think I'm talented? That's a you problem, because you don't see well. And I like how, he relates this to nature, to say that whether or not you think a flower is ugly or beautiful, it's going to bloom when it's going to bloom. And so that's why I like the beauty of this narrative, to just say that, as opposed to what would typically happen where we internalize this, and like I said, we play small, we suffer the effects of self-betrayal, we deprive others of a gift. Going on forward is just to say, that is a you problem that I don't need to internalize, and I will bloom as I need to bloom. You can't stop me from blooming, you can't stop me from sharing my light. And I hope that you can carry on with that as you move on with your life, to never internalize those narratives, to keep them to the side and to shine your light. So that's all that I had for today, and until next time, kwaherini.